Let's move on now to the Daily Telegraph tomorrow, and as you'd expect, the headline and the photo is pretty damning for the opposition leader. Not a damn idea, sorry, is the headline and splash tomorrow on the telly. Anthony Albanese's blunder-filled election campaign took another turn for the worse yesterday when the Labor MP was unable to detail his own national disability insurance scheme policy, leading to an embarrassing handover of a cheat sheet by an advisor during a farcical press conference. Caro, should the leader know the ins and outs of every single policy, or would we be more concerned if Bill Shorten, the shadow minister for the NDIS, didn't know this?
Well, if you are at a press conference and you are talking about these policies and you're talking about the top 6 line items about this policy, then yeah, you probably do need to know that. And like with anything, you don't expect them to know like some sub detail about a policy, but it's a 6-point policy. Yeah, it's 6 bullet points.
One thing has got my attention all day is that the fact that it came down to the NDIS. I wonder where the idea to ask the opposition leader, an embattled opposition leader, by the journalist could have come from. Could it have potentially been from maybe the Shorten camp? Or am I just reading too much into this and being too cynical?
Oh, look, you are being incredibly cynical, but you wear it really well, huh? You wear it really well. So, look, that is entirely possible. And, look, we've seen Labor play some pretty hard internal factional politics. So that wouldn't 100% surprise me if that did turn out to be the case. But more to the point, this is not the first time we have seen this. We saw this happen in the first week in a number of instances, obviously the most notorious being not knowing the unemployment rate. Well, look, and that wasn't acceptable, considering that they are campaigning on the economy and that they can do better than the Liberal Party. But the unemployment rate is a piece of data from a third party. I mean, this information here, this 6 points, the top headline is ALP policy. It's your internal policy. Was he not involved in it at any sort of level? Was he not briefed on it in any sort of level? Was he given the information? But he still doesn't seem to have learned, maybe apparently, that he should know these things. You know what? Pin this stuff to the back of your toilet door, mate. That's how we all learned our times tables. Do it, because you just cannot afford to not know these basic headline points this close to an election.
Tanvir, are you concerned, though, that this is what the remainder of the campaign could become, where we're just having journos asking gotcha questions, and that's sort of allowing the leaders and all of the other MPs that are vying for positions, whether in shadow cabinet or ministries, actual questions about policy? Should we move on in the media?
Well, that's where I think the public may have a degree of sympathy. And I still think Shorten, I think it was a poor mistake. And I'd also partly blame his strategist. I mean, it's the rule of threes. It's the rule of threes, Jenna. You don't have 6 points. None of us are going to remember 6 points. So in that respect, I think the public may have some sympathy for Albanese, even though, look, I think you should have known if you're running as a PM and NDIS is one of your central issues, that you're going to do it better, you should know the plan. But I think a lot of people in the public go, 6 points, I'm not going to remember 6 points. And, I mean, so he may get some sympathy. And I think Adam Band's intervention, just go and Google it, mate, I think has helped the campaign on Albanese. I think there will be a lot of people going, oh, my God, I mean, this is ridiculous, come on. It's just going to be all these dumb questions trying to catch people out. But, look, I hope it doesn't descend into that. And I think we're already hitting peak gotcha. I think we're hitting peak gotcha. So I hope journalists will retreat a little. And I noticed the Prime Minister hasn't said much about this either. So I wonder if the campaign too recognises that they shouldn't push this one too hard.